Hey everybody, hope you guys doing okay. So, I just want to say a few more things in regards to, Joy offering me to come on and stream and talk about some good things. In my life, a recurring pattern has been, I've talked, I get into various states where I'm doing very good and positive and strong, and, I seem to give off a lot of, whatever it is I give off that people seem to enjoy. They like being around it. Um, However, a lot of times, as soon as I do something to interrupt that flow, whether it's me calling somebody out on something or maybe me just not being in the best of moods, I've found that people tend to just flee rather quickly at times. I actually had a dream about that last night. It was the friend who I was staying at their house and shit, and I was really enjoying just having a friend and company, and they came home, I was at their house. It was really strange. I was at their house and they they were out doing something. I don't know if they were at work or what, but they came home, and when they came home, I was all excited. I was like, "Oh, cool, you're home, man!" And they were like, "Oh, you got to get the fuck out of here! Like, I need my space. I need to be home. Like, I don't want to be around you." And I was like, "Whoa," And it was like that vibe again. Like whatever it was, I was giving off. Like they weren't getting the sustenance that they normally get, or a good sustenance, and because they didn't get that, they just wanted nothing to do with me. Um, I've spoken about this a little bit in the past with friends, and and I'm not saying this as like somebody like I do that. That's me. That's my accountability that I should and do want to take accountability for. It's something that I'm still working on though, because I mean, you still get affected. Even though I take accountability for it, doesn't mean it doesn't take away the emotional feeling of being, kind of like abandoned. So in regards with joy and company, you have to past 4 or 5 days I've received a lot of just comments and energy from people associated with her channel in a negative fashion towards myself. So it's that has an impact. Even her to an extent left some comments that were I want to watch this crime scene of yours unravel. That's some it's I mean, I'm not looking for people just to watch me, suffer and die and fucking commit all these horrible crimes. It's, I mean, I'm already alone. So anyway, this type of stuff has an impact, even though I get how things change and why people may say things to, you know, because they might have a little bit of trouble with what, perhaps how, what's really going on there. Maybe there's different feelings and sides of things that they feel like expressing at certain times based on the mood, which I get, but I just had gotten done, literally telling a friend or a former friend that I've known for a very, very long time that I really want, we're pretty much done. And me and Bloated Kiki have an actual fight engagement. These are two things that are pretty significant. And they both happened yesterday. So that happened, and then just the whole, just back and forth with Bloated Kiki got my blood going, it did. And then just with my buddy, I got my blood, my former buddy, I got my blood going. So, to have gone on to her channel yesterday with the past experiences, I felt like I'd be entering, even though she was being supportive of my intentions, which I do appreciate. I think it would be unwise not to expect a good amount of flack from the people who watch her channel, because that's just what the evidence has shown me. And so I really, that's a large part of the reason, is I just didn't feel like dealing with fighting with all these people and having them say all these things, because I know myself. When the people start going at like that, when I'm in that mode, I'll want to just continue to engage, and too much of that engagement can be toxic. And I also know how demons feed off of people's energy. So it's I'm this dude who's willing to fight off all these motherfuckers with a lot of passion, and you guys, I just know how people are, man. They can irk you on purpose to get that rise out of you, and then they'll just continue to fucking feed you shit to get you fucking angry, and then they'll continue to feed off of it. Blah, blah, blah. It's this toxic cycle, and it's as much as my fault it is theirs, because I'm buying into it. So I was wary of that. Part of me is also apprehensive because it's joy. I mean, it's there's as I mentioned, I mean, yeah, I still have feelings for her, man. I don't think I'll ever not have feelings for her. It doesn't mean, it's just, it is what it is. Like, I can't deny that's just the truth. I like being forthcoming. I don't like keeping things hidden. So that's me, man. So yeah, learning how to deal with that. And like, also, I'll say this too, like poisoning people, like if you look into the Buddha, I'm pretty sure that's how he went out back in the day, was he was poisoned. And I'm pretty sure he was aware that what he ate or what he was offered before he was poisoned was poisoned. And, I mean, I know I'm a male, so obviously males have a physical superiority over females. It's just the natural way we're born for most part. I mean, some females are different, but most males are going to be stronger than most females. So with that being said, I could totally see how, they have a right to be scared of us because we can't physically overpower them. And that's just the way shit is. However, especially in today's world, it's very, very, very easy to poison people, and especially if you're able to seduce them and get them in a comfortable situation. All you got to do is drop a little bit of poison in some tea or some water or drink or some food, and they're fucking done for. Not to mention there's various other ways too. So even though, so I'm aware of that. I'll just be honest with you. Like, Joy's, I've seen her say things, like in league with Satan, like talking about doing deals with Satan, and then bringing up, like, talking about me or associating things that feel associated with me at a time when me and her were in the middle of back and forth videos. So, like, a part of me is always going to be aware of the fact that she has deep, deep, deep ties into Satanism. And then I also know that I'm threatening the beast, this beast system, lower vibrational system, the opposition, whatever you want to call it, on every single level. And they know that shit. And so they also know that I have feelings for Joy. And she knows that as well. So it's like a part of me knows that she's worked in league with that department. And if I was that beast system, if I was that opposition, I would use her as much as I could to lure myself in to her trap, essentially. Not saying that's what she's doing, but things in the past have led me to believe that there's a level of truth to that. And, to lure me in and to then, to kill me. So, these are things I consider, man. Like, so it's like, yesterday she left me some positive comments, wanting me to share some things about this and that. And it's like, that's really cool and all, but it's a very quick change. Just the other day or a few days ago, she was talking about wanting to see a crime scene unravel. And I'm getting hit with a lot of people calling me a stalker. So now it's like, if I go on to her channel now, like, that's also me kind of like giving credence to being a stalker, but then she's invited me. So I don't know. It's just like, there's just a lot of mixing and changing that leads me to believe it's an unstable situation, which also is just questionable. There's red flags there. So it's like, I just, you gotta be careful with these things, man. But last night, that's just kind of, a lot, and I was having a lot of pain last night too. My back was hurting and shit like that, so I was a little distracted by the pain. But I'm feeling better today. I'm about to go for a walk. Sun's shining, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. So, all right, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.